Is this finally some flat Earth evidence, or is this flat earther flat out lying?
That a lot more people would be open to an alternative cosmology being a flat Earth if they understood more about the current model. To start with, they admit that they're off by a factor of 10 to the 120th power.
Note he doesn't specify who they is, or even what this number even means.
That's 10 with 120 zeros after it. It's the biggest discrepancy in science in all of history, and it's the current heliocentric model, or the globe Earth model that people believe in.
Notice he just says that that number is the heliocentric model, and then moves on. It's because he doesn't want you to know what that number actually is. That number is just the discrepancy between what we have theorized the amount of dark energy in the universe is, and the amount of dark energy that we have found. That number being 10 to the 120th power. That number has nothing to do with whether or not the Earth is a globe. And yes, there's a lot about the wider cosmology of the universe that we don't really understand yet, but that's not a problem. But if you ask any flat earther what the dome is made out of, they're going to say, you can't expect us to know everything.
The facts are, objective reality does not suggest that we live on a ball with a circumference and radius that they have claimed. And, in fact, there's no evidence for it. All of the previous evidence that is supposed to suggest that we live on a globe Earth is literally, most of the time, just a reification fallacy with math.
That word, I do not think it means what you think it means. And notice that he just wants to hand wave away any math that we're going to use. Have you heard any flat Earth proofs yet, or just misunderstandings of the globe?
Essentially. The facts are, we see large bodies of water, they're always level at the surface. Why do we assume anything different about the oceans?
I love that immediately when he says that large bodies of water are level, and then he immediately shows an ocean that is not level and never will be.
We have radio wave and microwave transmissions that require direct line of sight. Microwave specifically. Radio wave transmissions they claim bounce off the ionosphere, which there's no evidence for.
There is evidence. Why is it that we can point a radio wave up and then receive it on the ground? That is bouncing off of the ionosphere.
But if we shoot a microwave transmission that we know requires direct line of sight past the radius claimed by the globe Earth, that is flat Earth evidence.
Can we see this evidence, or are you just going to state it exists without backing up your claims?
They always claim we have no evidence.
This is because you never provide it.
Objective reality suggests that we are on a flat stationary plane. If you go out and you do not ignore your senses, and you look at the Earth, and you try to deduce it through your vision, perspective, and senses, you will come to the conclusion that the Earth's flat.
Remember what he's just said there. Walk outside. Use your senses. You'll come to the conclusion the Earth is flat. Remember that.
There's absolutely nothing, including bottom-up disappearance, that suggests that we're on a ball.
Use your senses unless you're seeing boats disappear over the horizon, because that doesn't count as a sense.
We have inferior mirages, as well as angular resolution we have proved on the small scale to be able to cause bottom-up obstruction.
Never have I seen a flat earther prove this, utilizing the conditions present in the atmosphere when we see a boat disappearing over the horizon. If you would like to prove me wrong, go ahead and tag me in the video.